respected management members, directors, principals, coordinators, and my dear teachers. It's a privilege to interact with you today and share my thoughts on the importance of modern education. So, first of all, I want to introduce myself. I am Dr. Koteswara Rao, doctorate in chemistry. I completed my MSc from Usman University and followed by BA and the PhD also. In earlier days, I was worked as a government teacher. In 1990 DSC, conducted by the government of Andhra Pradesh, I selected as a government teacher. And I was in the government service up to 96. After that, I resigned to my government job and went to Vijayawada, joined as English lecturer in a reputed corporate course. I was there for 14 years. In these 14 years, more than 1 decade, I produced state first rank in MSET medical 7 times consecutively from 2010 to 2001. Dear friends, after that I shifted to IIT. Then worked for FITS Chennai branch, produced solid A second rank in JEE Advanced Open Academy. Then worked for other corporates in the central office, worked as All India coordinator for IIT Chemistry. That's my introduction. In 2023 too, I left this corporate sector and along with my senior colleagues, we established an organization called NextGen Educational Services, NextGen, which reflects the meaning of next generation. My senior colleague, Mr. Srinivasa Garu, is a senior lecturer in mathematics, Srinivasa Garu, a senior lecturer in mathematics, who completed 32 years of teaching service. And also he produced state first rank in MSET engineering and several ranks in JEE mains in advance. And my other colleague, Mr. Koteswara Rao, the senior lecturer in physics, who completed 35 years of service, teaching service, worked for almost all corporate colleges. And also we have 2 more members, Mr. Ram Krishna Garu Botany and KVL Asura Zoology. The team of lecturers has, we all have completed 30 to 35 years of teaching service, produced all India ranks in different national entrance examinations. Now, and also, my friends, all of our children, they completed MS and settled in different foreign countries. Now we have no responsibilities. And we don't work, we are not working for money. We developed a program. Of course, we are specialized to give coaching for JEE mains NEET. And also we prepared a program for class 6th to class 10th. Sir, with your permission, I will take 2 more minutes.
Go ahead.
Yes. For dear teachers. Particularly, this orientation is for you. The education is the transformation period. Today, the education is the transformation period. The total education system is going to be changed. As mentioned by our secretary and the chairman, sir, all the state governments are going to implement the national educational policy. National education policy. According to national education policy, what are the changes that is to be going? So far, what is education? So far, the definition of education is memorizing the content and reproducing it in the examination. From past 40 years or 50 years, education is merely the memorizing the content and refocusing on the examination. And so far, what is the role of a teacher? The role of teacher is, nowadays, the teacher is a content provider. Teacher is a content provider. Education is nothing but the memorizing the content and refocusing on the examination. But, my dear young friends, according to national education policy, the entire definition of the education or education methodology and the examination has entirely changed. Education means we should develop the critical thinking, logical thinking, analyzing capability, problem solving ability, and applying the knowledge to the real time situation. The National Education Policy 2020 clearly defined that the education means it is a developing the critical thinking, logical thinking, analyzing capability, problem solving ability, and applying the knowledge to real time situations, real life situations. And what is their examination? The National Education Policy clearly defined that the question given in the examination, the question should not test the memory of the student. The question should not test the memory of the student. The question should test the deeper understanding of the student of the concept. The question should test the deeper understanding. The question should test the critical thinking, logical thinking of the student. The question should test the problem solving ability and application skills of the student. Such type of question is defined as competency based question. Therefore, according to National Education Policy, the education is developing the critical thinking, logical thinking, problem solving ability, and the examination is defined. The question should test the deeper understanding, critical thinking, logical thinking of the student. Therefore, my dear young friends, we have to change our teaching methodologies. The teacher is not a just content provider. Teaching means it is not just the completion of syllabus. The student, what parents want generally, the parents want to succeed their children in the examination. But friends, now the parents don't want to succeed their children in the examination. They should succeed in the life. The teaching is not meant to get the highest marks in the examination. We should give the life skills like critical thinking and others. Therefore, we should change our teaching methodology to develop these skills. To develop these skills in the teachers, this type of orientation is required. I appreciate the management of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Schools to recognize this importance of the national education policy and the coming days and execute this type of orientation programs. And my dear children, my dear parents and teachers, this type of education or our teaching is not only for the competitive exams like JEE Mains or NEET. This type of coaching is useful in entire life. This critical thinking and logical thinking that must be cultivated from the grade 6th or 7th. How to think critically, how to analyze the given data, how to get conclusions, how to solve the problem, how to apply this formula into some other situations. That must be cultivated in the young minds of grade 6 or grade 7. Then only the student, not only the student, any person that can be succeed in the life in solving any real life problems. So that is the importance of this orientation program. Once again, I appreciate the management of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan Schools to conduct such type of teacher orientation programs for the development of teachers' efficiency and for the benefit of students and parents. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you all. Thank you, sir.